it seems that Margot had the foresight to take Lara's guns away from her and lock her in a apparently impenetrable room. Which would be smart, I guess. I don't know why he didn't just kill her, but who knows. Anyways, hey everybody, I'm Taffy. Welcome back to Let's Play Tomb Raider. This is part 5, and we are in apparently an offshore rig. So he had the apparent foresight to take her guns away, but apparently he didn't have the foresight to not lock her in a room where the button to get out of the room is right here. You'd think he'd know that, but he doesn't, so let's go ahead and pull it. And now we're free. We're free to unleash hell on the offshore rig, which apparently is a lot harder than it looks because Lara cannot fight without her guns, as the first game should tell you, which kind of sucks. But the first thing that we're going to do is, of course, we're going to be hitting to all the secrets, and there's one right there, which we could get to, but it is behind that fan, and we don't want to be murdered by that fan. So we're gonna go around the fan. We like to play it safe. Look at this awesome airplane. This is actually a really fun level. It's one of the coolest. It's one of the levels that really stand out for people who've played Tomb Raider, the classic Tomb Raider games. I am really behind on all of my videos. I finished Outlast. I feel like I'm very close to finishing Alien Isolation, but I really haven't. I've been really slacking off on Tomb Raider because, for one, it's like I have to do my practice runs. For two, I don't know. I feel like I really just want to get Alien Isolation over with. Just get it out of the way. And then once I've gotten those two out of the way, I mean, I feel like I'm gonna get everything done all at the same time, roughly. And then I don't know what to play, because everything will have been played. But then I have, like, a crap ton of Alien Isolation DLC that is apparently out there. I don't know which I'm gonna play, but I feel like I should play all of them, because if I don't, then I'm gonna feel like crap. And there is Outlast 2, and there's also Outlast DLC Whistleblower, which is, I guess it's a short little, basically, whoa, Lara just completely had a seizure underwater, which would be terrifying. Very terrifying. But there's so many, those are the only two games that I can really, or two things that I can really think of. I do want to play, what is it called? It's called Abduction, which is by the creators of Myst. That's on the list. But, well, you know. Alright, well, first off, let's just try and get our guns back. And the easiest way is to just hop in here into this airplane. And our guns are right here. Woohoo! Left our guns so nearby us. Why they couldn't actually lock our guns in a safe or something, I don't know. Who knows? That would have been the smart way to do it. And we do need to get back into that area there, but we can't really jump off of the front of the airplane, so let's actually take the longer way. The longer and safer way, because we don't want to get chopped up by those propellers. And let's kill both of these guys properly this time. Because on my last run through, I completely failed. Come on, don't kill me, don't kill me, get run over. Why don't the things run you over? If I run over there, they're gonna totally run me over. In fact, I'm gonna play this safe and just let those run down. Maybe? Maybe not? Okay, let's not. Let's go ahead and pick up our yellow card. And I want that health pack. Grab that health pack. And let's head up in here. And actually, this level isn't a very super long level. In fact, the way out is very, very close. We just have to jump through a bunch of hoops to actually get there. But first off, this alarm is really starting to annoy me, so let's tell it to shut the hell up. There we go. Much better. And we're gonna go right. There's 2 ways to go, but the first way we're gonna go is right. We'll have to go left later. And run into this room here, where we're gonna kill this guy. No, ow! Stop! Ow! God damn it! Can't you just not kill everybody? And then this guy's gonna barge out of this room, which is actually that room up the door. That is actually the level, the level after this one. So let's go straight to it. Ah, darn. Oh well, we can only try. I guess there wouldn't be much to that level 2 going through there anyways, because if we did, there would be nothing there because level scripting and design, you know, that stuff. Let's just go ahead and kill a bunch of more innocent people who are just doing their job. You know, trying to pay for their families and, you know, make a living, that sort of thing. You'll learn more about that in Tomb Raider 3. Whew. But anyways, you guys, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy today with the boyfriend, and honestly, it wasn't that bad. I mean, basically the first movie was, it made me want to puke. As far as, like, you know, this, I gotta say that's the one negative thing about, you know, being a writer, is that when you go to college and you go through the workshops, basically what they're doing is they're teaching you the craft of writing, which is basically to recognize which rules that your story makes, because there are no, like, set specific rules to writing. It's just the rules that your story creates. Kind of like, you know, what's his name? His Lemony Snicket, the Lemony Snicket series of unfortunate events. They basically, and I'm gonna speed through this really quick. But basically, if you've ever read a series of unfortunate events or seen the series or the movie or anything like that, you'll kind of know that, especially if you've read the books, the story breaks a lot of rules. Like, a lot of those conventional rules that you think, like, you know, you should never do in a story or something like that, or you shouldn't write about or something, or it just seems really weird. It breaks all of those rules. But the thing is, that story has rules of its own that it needs to follow. So for instance, you can't, like, you know, start a first-person story and then suddenly in the middle of nothing switch to, you know, third person or something like that. It creates what's called an unreliable narrator. You go, whoa, camera, calm your tits. And up Lars' ass. But it creates what's called an unreliable narrator, because when you're reading the story, the one thing that you can trust to be consistent and to not, you know, screw you over is the narrator. The narrator's going to tell you what's true, what's real, or what's implied to be real. And if that narrator is weak, then the whole story is weak, and that's not good. Yeah. They teach you all this, like, pretty much useless crap in college. I mean, it's all really cool. Like, if you didn't major in it and count on it to be basically the way that you're gonna make money for the rest of your life, then it's actually pretty damn cool. Because there's so many things that it makes you pay attention to that you wouldn't normally pay attention to in a story. But what it also does is it gives you the unfortunate thing of being going all the way back to what I was talking about before, the friggin' Guardians of the Galaxy. It teaches you to be a critic, because there's rules that you learn to avoid, and then there's rules that you learn that you can break. And depending on the story, it teaches you, you know, which rules you can break and which rules you can follow. And the problem that I had with the first movie, Guardians of the Galaxy, is that it broke a lot of really bad rules, like rules that are in place to, you know, make a story stronger. And one of the rules that it was really, really, really breaking badly is what's called exposition, which is essentially, I don't even know if you guys can hear me because of the frickin' siren, damn it, but basically what exposition is, for those of you who aren't like super reading buffs or writing buffs, exposition is basically summary, usually in the form of dialogue, that is simply there to inform the viewer or the reader of what is going on or what the story is or what's basically explain something. And it would basically be like if I went up to my boyfriend and said, "Hello, my boyfriend of, 10 years that I have been dating forever and is, very into video games and has been playing games for a long time and got me into video games." It's something that you would never, ever, I would never, ever say that in real life to my boyfriend. Unless, it basically, it would make him go, okay, what the hell is going on? What are you doing? Why are you talking like that? But if you do that, basically that happens all the time in stories and in movies and stuff like that, because there really is no time to explain in less detail, or I don't know, to explain in more subtlety what exactly is going on. And you'll hear a lot of the time in, classes and stuff that is a huge, you never, ever, 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 ever want to do exposition, because that is the biggest flaw in writing and in storytelling, period. But that's basically where, and the bad thing about, Guardians of the Galaxy is that it is packed full of exposition. It is exposition mayhem. And I just could not take it. For instance, when, I can barely remember the movie because it's been so long and I refuse to watch it again. But I remember there was that part where What's-Her-Face was trying to tell What's-His-Name that, her father had, done something evil to her people, and she had, this huge vengeful thing, and blah, 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 against this guy who, I don't know, he did something really, really bad. And, as, a person who understands, the craft of writing, I was like, this is totally unrealistic. I mean, you don't just tell somebody like that. That seems like a very deep thing. You would want them to elaborate on it. You'd have so many questions. It wouldn't just end at that. You'd want to know more about this person's history. But nope, she just said her thing, and he just took everything she said as, total fact, had no questions whatsoever afterwards. I'm like, that's not how it will work. And I'm trying to remember where the hell... Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember this is where I stopped my first playthrough thing, or test run, because I was lazy. So don't blame me. I realize that on this one, I am just totally just flying through this with no freaking explanation whatsoever. I do believe... Ow! Right in the ass! Or vagina! I do believe this is where we can kill these guys. Come on, die. There should be another one around here somewhere. I guess. Oh, I did it wrong again! The secret's actually over here. I think. Oh, crap. This is why I should do test runs properly. I believe it's over here, though? Kill this guy first. Stop shooting me in the vagina! Jesus. You have no idea. Here it is. Well, I guess it was worth to kill. that guy. Hey, you're breathing. That was kind of creepy. Got it! Oh, shit! I did not expect him to be that close. Wonder why I can hear breathing. It's kind of creepy. But yeah, if you guys, I mean, if you're in college right now, I highly recommend checking out a creative writing course if your college offers one. Or, you know, because, I mean, you'd think that, you know, writing would be such a, you know, a useless and stupid skill. It really does kind of open your mind, though. I mean, it basically teaches you to be creative. I mean, when I basically picked my major when I was 16 years old in high school, and they were like, dude, you need to go to college, you need to major in something, you need to, like, do something and be somebody and stuff. Like, oh my god, I am dying. You need to, like, do things with your life, and you gotta think of it, like, right now, because that's when you're going to... Ooh, thank you for the shotgun, dude. So I was like, I don't know, I guess I like to read, I guess I'll be a writer, I guess I'll do creative oh no! They were like, you kind of need to think of something to do with your life right now, because in 2 years you're going to be going to college, and it's going to decide what you're going to be for the rest of your life. So, yeah, I had no clue what I wanted to do. I mean, Jesus, it's, you know, forever later, and why am I killing these people when I could kill this guy over here? But I just kind of picked whatever was off the top of my head right then. Which kind of made me sad, because even today I still don't know what I really want to do. And what was interesting about school, or when I was in college, and we had I don't know what you would call it, like a seminar or something like that, but we had all of our teachers or you know, workshop professors come together. Damn it, I thought I could do it, and I couldn't. But we had all of those guys come together in sort of a conference and kind of describe, you know, what they write, how they decided to start writing, why they write what they write, and that sort of thing. And what was interesting is one of my professors came up onto the podium and started doing, you know, saying her thing and describing what kind of stuff that she did. And she said, honestly, like she said, if she had to be honest with us, absolutely do not just consider yourself a writer. You cannot stay at home and write and make money. You have to have another career choice, another job. Like, you have to be, you know, a veterinarian or anything, or teacher, or anything other than just being a writer, because it's literally like, you know, going to Hollywood and saying you're gonna be an actor, or you're gonna, you know, whoa, hi there, or you're gonna, you know, be a rock star or something like that. Like, very rarely does something like that ever happen. That, you know, you're gonna become the next J.K. Rowling or something like that. I mean, it just, it doesn't happen. It's really, it really doesn't matter about skill or about, you know, what, you know, book publisher you go to. It really doesn't matter. Which made us kind of sad, but you know what? It was the truth. Oh shit, I completely forgot. Let's actually fill that pool up and describe what the hell I'm doing instead of just, God, I rambled this whole goddamn episode. I don't know, I didn't just want to sit here and just talk about what I'm doing. I'm trying to get out of that habit, because that habit is boring. I don't know. I love those Let's Players that just sit there and ramble. I guess apparently it annoys some people, but other people like it. I love listening to Let's Players ramble while they're doing stuff. Oh, wait, let's open this up. And let's head back through here. And look, a normal looking hallway, but you know what? It's the end of the level. Did you think that? Just, you know, swim through the ring, climb up a ledge, run up some stairs, and bam! That's the end. Well, I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for listening to me ramble.